they call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us.
Looking powerful, King. You're looking great, King. Looking amazing, King.
So I hear somebody say, oh, he's cute, I want him.
Was this big ass flip mode chain that was blinding me. So I look at the chain and I'm like, and I look up, I'm like.
Busta Rhymes is getting pressed hard by a blast from the past. Someone who claims to be an old flame is trying to hit him where it hurts. And this dude's not just talking, he's allegedly holding a private tape that shows Busta in some seriously sensitive situations. Now Busta's team, they're not letting this slide. They're already gearing up for a lawsuit that could leave this guy flat broke if he even thinks about leaking that footage. And you already know the internet's buzzing. Everyone's out here connecting the dots, digging into Busta's old flames and throwing out wild guesses about who this mystery man could be. Some are saying it might be one of those fun boys that big homie CC was talking about during that spicy interview on The Art of Dialogue. He claimed Busta had a thing for low-key dudes in the scene who stayed on the hush. That right there had people raising eyebrows.
Like, but if you notice, like, there's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. Why are you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they're in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section.
And now folks are digging even deeper, throwing out names from Busta's late 90s and early 2000s circle, back when the hip-hop game was straight electric. Back when Busta was showing up at red carpets with a trans woman by his side, turning heads like it was nothing. Let's be real, those memories had people talking then, and they're talking even louder now. Those wild outfits Busta used to rock back in the day, they did nothing to calm the whispers.
I'm walking, New York City, going to a club. It was Halloween weekend, everybody was out. And it was this party we was going to, me, my boy, and his friend that had came in from Detroit. Friend that had came in from Detroit. And I'm walking across the street and Busta Rhymes just grabbed my hand. And he holding my hand. Now I didn't know it was Busta at first. Busta Rhymes tall. I'm short, I came up to about right here. So the first thing I noticed was this big ass flip mode chain that was blinding me.
And now that old photo just popped up again. The one that supposedly shows Busta leaving a pride event with a trans woman, that lit the gossip scene all the way up. Now everybody's on detective mode, digging up throwback stories, especially the ones linking Busta to Diddy's infamous underground parties. People been saying he was a regular at those wild invite-only events, and that's got tongues wagging like crazy. But Busta, he's not playing defense. He's coming back swinging hard. But here's where it gets real messy. A lot of folks out here ain't exactly riding for Busta through this. Why? Because back in the day, he was real shady toward openly gay artists, throwing low-key shots and acting like there was no room for them in hip-hop. Anytime someone brought up gay rappers getting respect, Busta would get real tense, like visibly uncomfortable. In one interview, he even straight up walked out after the topic came up, dropping some harsh words before storming off. He once said what he represents culturally doesn't condone gay men in hip-hop, and that stuck with people. Now fast forward to this moment, and here's the wild part. This alleged fun boy tape might be the thing that cracks the whole image Busta's been holding down for decades.
Bro, on my soul, I'm out with a group of people. At this time, I was with Don Benjamin. You familiar with him?
No, never heard of him.
Model dude, like a model guy. He be doing like some rapping and stuff. His name Don Benjamin. I'm out with Don Benjamin. And the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. So it was a little lawyer guy that was with us. And the little lawyer guy we was with, you know, he was a gay dude, super cool, feel me, good guy. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope.
So the questions keep stacking up. Who is this mystery man? Was he really more than just a friend? What's really on that tape that's got Busta's team ready for legal war? Busta Rhymes is sweating heavy right now after wild claims started flying that one of his so-called old boyfriends is trying to extort him. Word is, this guy's got a private video of Busta caught in some real questionable moments, and he's out here talking about auctioning it off on the dark web to the highest bidder. Insiders say Busta's team is in full panic mode, running around like it's DEFCON 1, doing everything they can to bury this thing before it blows up. Meanwhile, Busta himself, he's allegedly losing it behind the scenes, stressing hard about how bad this could get if that footage drops.
I know what an average myself.
I don't know what that.
Hey, there's children.
That's what you want me to do?
There's children.
I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you about the consideration
Alright, see you later,
that
then.
you should
So
still
worry.
have
So
with
rude.
me as a human being.
Now, nobody's seen what's actually on that tape yet, but that hasn't stopped fans from going full internet sleuth, connecting dots and digging up every old rumor. And of course, Big Homie CC's name is all over this again, thanks to that explosive Art of Dialogue interview. He claimed Busta had a thing for fun boys and even gave some wild details. Big Homie said Busta used to roll into the club and send his crew out like scouts, telling them to find the youngest, flyest dudes in the spot and bring them straight to his VIP section. That's not even the craziest part. He also dropped a story about one wild night out of the club with actor model Don Benjamin and his friend, a dude who just happened to be gay. According to Big Homie, the moment Busta saw that guy, something in him just switched on like a light.
You know, he pushes me, and I push him back. And he just started swinging on me, just going crazy. And I'm like, yo. So we fighting in front of the taxi driver with the door open right in the middle of the street in New York City. And I mean, he was really trying to hurt me. Now, I wasn't fighting him from the place that I felt like he was fighting me. I felt like he was really trying to hurt me. At the same time, I'm really just trying to restrain him, and I'm wrestling with him but he's swinging blows at me. Like, and I'm like, yo, really? Like, so his boy runs down the street and grabs me.
Busta locked eyes, zoned in, and snatched that dude up like he was claiming a prize, dragged him straight into his VIP section like it was reserved just for him, and get this, Busta wasn't letting that man out of his sight all night. He kept him close like he was guarding treasure. But don't get it twisted, this wasn't some random one-night move. According to Big Homie, this was Busta's usual routine.
Day I came to Daddy's house, and Diddy and Q-Tip and Fat.
Every time he hit the club, promoters already knew what time it was. Find the finest dudes in the building and make sure they landed right in Busta's section. And it wasn't just about proximity. Big Homie said Busta was laying it on thick, hyping this dude up, calling him fine, showering him with compliments like he was trying to seal the deal right then and there. Once he got him into that VIP, he wasn't letting go. Busta held on tight like that man wasn't going nowhere.
He says, you know, I'm about to go in this club. You know, we got a section. You know, you can come in with me if you want. And I'm like, word, for real? Like, that's what's up. Like, he was like, yeah. I was like, well, I gotta, you know, tell my people. I was like, I come in, you know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, just let me know, you know, tell them that you coming in there to meet with me and come on up. And I was like, bet. So, of course, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Busta Rhymes is one of my favorite artists of all time. And back then, I was really on my rap.
Now, here's the part that really shook folks. Big Homie said insiders in the industry been hip to Busta's alleged low-key lifestyle for over a decade. According to him, this wasn't some new rumor bubbling up. It's been an open secret behind the scenes for years. You feel me? When they asked Big Homie why none of these dudes ever came forward, he kept it all the way real. Plenty of guys still want to be up in that VIP section with Busta, that access, that spotlight. It's a major flex. But then Big Homie dropped something heavy, a truth most people don't want to touch. He brought up Busta's past, specifically his anger issues and multiple allegations of getting violent with women. And according to Big Homie, there might be something deeper behind all that rage.
I seen you talking about Busta Rhymes before
Oh yeah.
in some of your videos.
Oh yeah. Super zest monster. For sure, bro. That's my thing, bro. Like, this been common knowledge though. Like, all my promoter homies would always say, man, you know, we gotta bring some we gotta bring some, what they call them, I'm not gonna say it on here. They call them fun boys. They'll say we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta.
He hinted that a lot of men in the game who are allegedly on the down low, like Diddy and supposedly Busta, carry resentment toward women because of the double life they're living in secret. And this ain't just some wild theory. Big Homie pointed out that real studies have shown a link between internal homophobia and domestic violence. That pressure, that shame, it builds up and turns ugly. And when it comes to Busta, his history of homophobic behavior, that's been public knowledge for years, even if he's been quieter about it lately. Check this. Back in 2007, Entertainment Weekly asked Busta if the hip-hop world should start embracing gay rappers more. And what did he do? He didn't say a word. He just walked out the interview, dead silent. When they followed up, all he said was, "I can't even talk to you about that."
So when I heard that, I turned around like, yeah, did he just say that? They got all this jewelry to attract some men in here? You wild. Shocked me. But sure enough.
And that was the guy that Busta Rhymes pulled back?
Pulled him into the section. Pulled him into the section, and then they walled him off like this man. I'm like, damn. And that little dude was so happy. He couldn't believe that. He was shocked.
With all due respect, I ain't trying to offend nobody. Busta once said, "What I represent culturally does not condone it whatsoever." But that's just scratching the surface, because over the years, there's been plenty of stories floating around about how he's acted when approached by gay fans, and some of these tales straight up wild. One of the most talked about incidents allegedly went down back in 2006 at a Miami food spot. The place was packed. Drag queens, gay dudes, trans folks. It was a whole vibrant scene. But the way Busta reacted, let's just say he wasn't exactly feeling the vibe. According to the report, a young gay fan stepped up to show love, tapped Busta on the shoulder, probably just giving props for his comeback. But instead of showing any chill, Busta reportedly turned around and snapped, loudly yelling something harsh like, "Why the F you touching me, man? Get the F away from me." And it didn't stop there. Word is, he told his security to toss the dude out like trash just for saying what's up. Then, after the fan was removed, Busta was allegedly overheard muttering a hateful slur that had everyone around stunned. He supposedly said, "I hate fuckers, man."
How long has it been like this known about Busta Rhymes?
Well, I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012.
How come you think nobody else speaks up on it or says anything?
Because, bro, these people admire these people so much. They want to make sure they in the section, they at the club, they at the video shoot, they can get backstage. That matters most to them. That matters so much to people. It's crazy. Like, but if you notice, like, there's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls.
That moment right there left a mark, and not the good kind. But here's the kicker. This wasn't an isolated moment. Fast forward to 2013, and Busta allegedly went off again in Miami Beach. This time, it happened at a burger joint called Cheeseburger Baby. The story goes that Busta and his crew lost it when they were told they couldn't skip the line. Instead of letting it slide, he reportedly popped off, using more slurs and making a whole scene. Stephanie Vittori, the owner of Cheeseburger Baby, didn't hold back when she talked about the chaos Busta allegedly caused at her spot. According to her, it all kicked off when Busta's crew tried to skip the line, and when staff told them they had to wait like everybody else, things spiraled fast. When the food came out with the condiments on the side, Busta reportedly lost his cool and started throwing out some nasty language. Word is, he called one of the workers a straight-up slur, and then turned his anger on Vittori herself, calling her the B word like it was nothing. She said one of her employees tried to explain how their orders worked, but Busta, who was 40 at the time, allegedly threw a whole tantrum, screaming something wild like, "You fars! I'm not leaving until I get ketchup, mayo, salt, and pepper on my burger, F.U. Bill." And if you thought that was old news, think again, because Busta found himself in more drama not too long ago. A clip from the Grammys started making the rounds online, showing Busta getting visibly agitated with a gay fan backstage who was filming him. But here's where it gets real suspicious. Rumors started flying that this wasn't just any fan. Folks claimed it was one of those fun boys Big Homie talked about. In the video, Busta's body language was tense and his energy was off. Fans pointed out that he looked straight up paranoid about being seen with this guy on camera. And if you listen close, you can actually hear Busta say, "This ain't a conversation we should be having on camera." But wait, it ain't over yet. More guys are coming out the cut with their own jaw-dropping stories about run-ins with Busta. One of the loudest voices right now, a social media personality named Trip Alley, who straight up dropped a bomb on his YouTube channel. Trip claimed that Busta personally tried to holler at him in New York, inviting him out to party and kick it in his VIP section. And according to Trip, the whole approach felt real familiar, like Busta was taking notes from Diddy's infamous "Let me take you shopping" playbook. Trip said at first he was hyped, thinking he just got the golden ticket to network and vibe with Busta and his celeb squad. VIP access, big names, exclusive energy. It sounded like a come-up, but little did he know things were about to get way wilder than he ever imagined. Once they got inside the club, things took a hard left. Trip ended up in a heated back and forth with one of his own homies, who was clearly not feeling the whole scene or the vibe Busta was giving off. And before anyone could blink, it turned into a full-blown fight. Hands were thrown, people were yelling. It was chaos. You feel that? Trip was so rattled by everything that popped off, he ended up ditching the whole club scene completely. And to make things worse, his own crew flipped on him, acting wild and leaving him stranded in the middle of New York City. No ride, no backup, just him standing out there solo in the chaos. Real talk, maybe Trip Ali dodged a major bullet, because if he had stuck around and ended up being one of those fun boys in Busta's VIP section, who knows where the night would have gone. Things could have taken a whole different kind of turn, but just when you think the drama hit its peak, boom, Orlando Brown pops out of nowhere and sets the internet on fire.
We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you seen Busta at the airport too. Never from trying to act like he didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
And
Well, you smashing a lot of people.
what's that name?
On camera, he boldly claimed he hooked up with a bunch of big-name rappers, dropping names like Diddy, Drake, Bow Wow, and yep, you guessed it, Busta Rhymes. Now let's keep it real. Orlando Brown isn't exactly known for being a reliable source. Dude's got a history of wild behavior, unpredictable interviews, and viral moments that leave folks scratching their heads. So yeah, a lot of people shrugged it off as another one of his off-the-rails rants. And just like that, Orlando Brown's wild stories don't seem so far-fetched anymore. The dude's been stirring the pot for years in those viral interviews, name-dropping Diddy way before Cassie came through with that explosive lawsuit in November 2023. Back then, folks laughed it off, treating Orlando's claims like some running joke about Diddy living on the low. But now, with Diddy facing serious heat and a whole lineup of accusations, people are starting to ask, was Orlando actually telling the truth this whole time? And if he was, then Busta Rhymes getting name-dropped might not have been random after all, you feel me? See, Busta and Diddy go way back. They've been tight for decades, appearing at the same events, in the same VIP circles, moving through the same industry spaces, right up until Diddy got arrested last year. Now that things are unraveling, people are starting to revisit everything with fresh eyes. fast forward to 2025, and Busta's name is getting dragged through all kinds of mess. Old rumors, new allegations, you name it. It's like his past is circling back with a vengeance. The internet's lit up over the latest drama with that supposed ex threatening to drop a private tape. Add that to the long-standing rumors about his fun boy preferences and the stories of him lashing out at women, and with even Orlando Brown jumping into the mix with those wild accusations, this whole situation is spiraling fast. It's getting crazier by the minute. And now with whispers floating around about a leaked freak-off tape, sources close to Busta are saying he's in full-on panic mode. Word is, he's throwing out legal threats left and right and swearing he's gonna shut this mystery man all the way down if he dares to leak anything from the past. But let's be real for a second. Can anyone in today's era of viral leaks and non-stop exposure really keep their skeletons buried forever? So now we want to hear your thoughts. Is Busta Rhymes just getting hit by a bitter ex trying to stir the pot? Or is there more to this story than anyone wants to admit? Could these rumors actually be facts that have been hiding in plain sight? Or is the internet just doing what it does best, blowing everything way out of proportion? Is this just another messy case of down-low drama exploding in the spotlight? Or are we about to see a side of Busta that nobody was ready for? Sound off in the comments below. We're reading everything. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. 'Cause trust, this drama ain't done yet. Catch you in the next one.